Rapunzel. How you manage to do that every single day without fail. It looks absolutely exhausting, darling.
Oh, it's nothing.
Then I don't know why it takes so long. Oh, darling, I'm just teasing.
All right.
Tangled is Disney's 50th animated movie, and it finds the Mouse House attempting several tricky maneuvers. First, it's trying to prove that Disney should continue making animated movies at all, since they already have Pixar hitting groundbreaking home runs every year. Second, after creating a marketing and merchandising juggernaut with their super girly Princesses line, Disney is attempting to reach out to boys, but they're doing it with a rejiggered version of Rapunzel, you know, the one who lets down her extra long hair, instead calling it Tangled, adding a swashbuckling bandit, some action scenes, and hiding the fact that the movie is actually a musical. Third, they're trying to regain that Disney fairy tale magic that was lost in duds like Treasure Planet, Chicken Little, and Home on the Range, while still appealing to kids' modern tastes. Did they pull it off? This may come as a shock to you, since it did to me, but they did. In Tangled, the Rapunzel story has been smartly reimagined by the Disney and Pixar think tanks. In this version, Rapunzel's hair has been imbued with powers to heal and prevent aging that were passed down from her mother after eating a magical flower so she could survive a dangerous pregnancy. But Rapunzel is kidnapped as a baby from her royalty parents. That's right, she's another princess, by the evil and vain Mother Gothel, who wants to use the hair's power to stay young forever. However, Rapunzel's hair loses its power when it's cut, which cleverly explains why it's grown to 70 feet long and why Gothel, voiced by theater veteran Donna Murphy, wants to keep Rapunzel in a tower forever. One of my favorite things about Tangled is that Gothel doesn't use locks or evil spells to keep Rapunzel there, but instead uses the arguably stronger powers of guilt and passive aggression, undermining Rapunzel's confidence at every turn and convincing her that only Gothel loves Rapunzel enough to protect her from the nasty, scary world beyond the tower. But Rapunzel, who's now a smart, spunky 18-year-old voiced by singer-actress Mandy Moore, wants to leave the tower to unlock the mystery of the floating lanterns that are released from her parents' kingdom every year on her birthday. So when Flynn Rider, a wise guy, smooth-talking bandit voiced by Zachary Levi from the show Chuck, decides to hide out in the tower after stealing a crown from the kingdom, Rapunzel asks Flynn to guide her to the source of the lights in exchange for returning the crown, which she's hidden from him. Accompanying them are Rapunzel's pet chameleon, Pascal, and a very dog-like military horse named Maximus, who provide some of Tangled's funniest moments and thankfully don't talk. On the way to the kingdom, Rapunzel and Flynn encounter plenty of adventure as they attempt to escape the kingdom's guards and some double-crossed bandits who are after Flynn, with Rapunzel using her hair Spider-Man style as an extension of her arms or as a rope to tie people up or swing from. There are also a lot of laughs and, of course, a budding romance. But perhaps Rapunzel's biggest obstacle is how her desire for independence clashes with the self-doubt and mistrust instilled in her by Gothel, as well as the guilt Rapunzel feels for betraying the one person who claims to be looking out for her. It's this struggle that makes Tangled special and gives it its unconventional but important message, that eventually, young people will need to muster up some courage and leave the safety of home and family to live their own life. It's a mature and welcome change from the typical believe-in-yourself smarm most kids' movies peddle. Tangled shows that Disney Animation has indeed returned, and more importantly, that they've learned some valuable lessons. They've successfully modernized their characters and humor without resorting to the kind of loud, farting, Shrek-style pop culture referencing that makes a movie feel dated 2 years after its release. They've also learned Pixar's core beliefs, that story must come first, and that you can entertain without shying away from more complex themes and messages. The result, while not a classic, is a great, funny movie that can be enjoyed by both girls and boys. But most importantly, Disney has finally brought their trademark fairy tale magic into the digital age, with gorgeous artistry and a few truly breathtaking 3D moments. Tangled is a great movie to take your kids to, and one grown-ups shouldn't be afraid to enjoy on their own. I'm Jonathan Kim, and this is a ReThink Review.